Hello, beautiful people. Good evening. This is Matthew with Quiet Mind Yoga, as always, and I am here for your 7 p.m. gentle yoga tonight. We're going to take it down a notch, go a little bit slower, go more gentle. Obviously, as the name says, we're going to be comfortable and sometimes uncomfortable. Just because we're gentle doesn't mean it's always going to be the most comfortable. But before we dive in, I do want to make sure that you have props that you might need. So blankets and pillows are going to be your friends in this practice, and a yoga strap if you have one. If you don't have a yoga strap, maybe you have a belt strap, maybe you have something stretchy like some leggings that you can wrap around your leg, or maybe a towel. You really want something, let me show you, something like this. And it can be, again, a pair of leggings, because you're going to wrap it around your foot. You're going to grab them at one end. And that's what we're going to be utilizing it for tonight. So grab that if you haven't already. Hello, y'all. And then we are going to get started here in about 2 minutes, I will say. So grab whatever you need. I have a big pillow, some blocks. I have 2 blankets, and the strap as well. Also, if you have anything specific that you want to work on, let me know. Keep in mind, this is more of a gentle class tonight. But if there's some area of the body that you need to focus on, leave me a comment. And I am more than happy to incorporate it. Let me take a drink and then we are going to get started, y'all. So good. All right, let's see if anyone left any comment about what they want to work on. No, nobody let me know what they want to work on. That's okay, or at least I didn't see it if you did. So we are going to start lying down. Now, you have, or maybe you have all these props. I have a big pillow, my blankets, my blocks. You can place them however you want. Maybe you put the pillow underneath your head, maybe underneath your knees, so that way you can alleviate some of the pressure on the lower spine. But I want you to set yourself in a lying down position. Be comfortable. If you need multiple pillows, you want to put pillows on either side of your knees, underneath the knees, whatever you need, set yourself up now. Now you should be settling in onto your mat, lying down on your back, maybe using props, maybe not. And if you feel like you need some grounding today, maybe you grab one of the pillows, maybe a block, just place it on your hips. Just helping you to get grounded in this moment. Something lighter, maybe a blanket. You don't need to put anything heavy on you right now. And as you are lying down on your mat, let the eyes close. Start to let go of whatever kind of day you've had. Take your shoulder blades, scoop them underneath you a little bit more. And come here into this space fully. Acknowledge that you are here on your mat practicing yoga, leaving everything else behind. Bring all your senses here first by acknowledging the back body connecting to the mat below you. Feel your entire back body connecting to the ground. Become aware of the temperature of the room against your skin. Observe the sounds you hear around you. First, the sounds inside your room. And then the sounds outside of the space. Let the back of the head get heavier. Relax your eyelids, soften the jaw. And keep in mind that you can adjust at any point. You are never stuck in any one position. Now, as you are lying here on the ground, being completely supported by Mother Earth, I'm going to guide you through a visualization to send you deeper into relaxation and to let go. So in your mind's eye, you're keeping the eyes closed. In the mind's eye, I want you to envision this ball of energy at the crown of your head. This ball of energy can be any color that you would like, whatever color suits you, whatever you feel drawn to today. And then see that ball of energy at the crown of your head start to travel down into and around your body. This ball of energy goes down through the skull, the eyes, the nose, the ears, the mouth, and the jaw, down into the throat, continuing down to the collarbones. And in its wake, this ball of energy is leaving a piece of itself behind, so you have a tunnel of light remaining inside of you. The energy continues to travel down towards the rib cage, the heart, the belly, through the reproductive organs, and eventually this ball of energy lands at your tailbone. Then from here, the ball of energy decides to change course and start to dig its way down into Mother Earth. Down through the soil, all the dirt and the rock, the various layers of Mother Earth. This ball of energy continues to travel down deeper and deeper. Again, in its wake, it's leaving a piece of itself behind, so you are now connected to Mother Earth. And eventually, this ball of energy lands at the Earth's core. And now, in this moment, I want you to give up anything that feels heavy to you. Anything that is weighing you down, any discomfort, let it go into that light that remains inside of you. Give it up and let it be transmuted. And then once it's been enveloped by the light, just like a drain, I want you to envision it being drained out of you and into Mother Earth. She gladly accepts whatever it is that you gave up. She's here to support you. And then in return, to fill you up a little bit more, Mother Earth decides to send you from her core the most loving, nurturing, caring energy that you've ever felt. Now allow yourself to simply receive through this tunnel of light, receive all this beautiful energy. Take a few more breaths here. Gently release this visualization and travel into your breath. Bring your awareness into every inhale and exhale, and let's start to deepen it. So with every inhale through the nose, breathe deep into the belly and fill it up. And then with every exhale, empty out, draw your navel towards the spine. Again, as you inhale, you breathe deeply. As you exhale, navel to the spine, and keep going just like this on your own. And maybe with each breath, you start to expand the breath a little more into the ribs, into the lungs, the upper body. Keep going here. Two more on your own. Now before we bring movement into today's practice, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. What is it that you need on your mat right now? Now let your intention drift away. Stay connected to that deep breath and start to bring small movements into your fingers and into your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. Nice and easy. And then give yourself a good morning stretch. Reaching the arms up and over the head, point your toes out in front of you. And then hug your knees into your chest, both knees. Wrap your forearms around your shins and find a gentle rock from side to side, waking up the spine here. Notice how your body is feeling as you begin to move gently. Now keep the right knee hugged into the chest. Extend your left leg out in front of you and flat onto the ground. Keep hugging that right knee into the chest. And you're going to breathe here for 5 breaths. If you want to take it a little deeper, you can always take the right knee towards the right underarm as well. Keep breathing deep into the belly. You have 2 more. Maybe you even start to count the breath, count the seconds of your inhale and then match the seconds of your exhale. Now straighten your right leg up, grab the back of your right thigh, push up through your right heel, flex your foot so your toes are reaching down towards you. Relax your shoulders. Release any tension in the jaw. By relaxing the jaw, notice if you feel any kind of release in your hips as well. Push up through the heel a little more. 3 more big breaths here. Last big breath here. Hug your right knee back into the chest. A gentle supine twist. If you have a block, I do recommend placing the block on the left side. And then everyone, we take our right knee over towards the left. If the block is there, you rest the knee on the block. If not, don't worry about it. Just simply twist, but not too active. Let gravity do most of the work right now. Not every one of our yoga practices has to be so intense. We don't always have to push ourselves to the edge. Sometimes all we need is to simply breathe and to gently move our body, get back into the body and see, notice what's happening for us. 2 more breaths. Now come back to center. If you have your strap or something that you can wrap around your foot, go ahead and grab it, place it around the ball of that right foot, straighten your right leg out, and place the straps into your right hands, or whatever it is that you are holding on to. And if you don't have anything, that's okay too. You can still do this. It might just be a little bit more active. From here, I want you to keep the left leg straight. Place your left hand onto your hip crease. Start to open your right leg out towards the right side, keeping that left leg exactly as it is. And the moment you notice your left glute wants to lift up, I want you to pause there. Now, if you want to take it a little further with that left leg, ankle it out towards the left corner of the mat. Breathe here. Breathe deep into the belly, all the way into the pubic bone, into the hip creases. And if you want to place something underneath that right leg to support it, again, say you have a block, you can always place your block underneath it and let it rest there so that way it's even less activating. Take 3 more breaths here. One more. On your next inhale, come back up to center. Bring both legs to center. Right leg stays up. You're going to switch the straps into the left hand now and slowly start to drop your right leg over towards the left, keeping it straight, or at least as straight as possible. And again, let gravity do the work. If that right shoulder starts to lift up, that's okay. And breathe here. Stay in that position. Big breaths. Take 3 more here.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
On your next inhale, start to travel back to center. And then remove the strap, place it over to the side, let your right leg come down onto the earth. We're going to do all of that again on the left leg now. So hug the left knee in to your chest. Give it a nice hug here. And we're going to simply breathe here in this position. Right leg is down on the earth. If you find that the right leg is hovering in space, maybe you need to bend that right knee and stamp the foot onto the ground. There we go. And now we have our music back. If you want to take it a little deeper, that left knee can be pulled up towards the left underarm. You have a couple more breaths here. Now straighten the left leg up, grab the back of the thigh, push up through your your left heel, drawing the left toes down towards your face. And again, release any extra tension in the shoulders and in the jaw. Usually when we have tension in our jaw, it's smashed up with our hips. And when you release the hips, you can relax the jaw a little bit more. Push up with that left heel towards the ceiling. Flex your foot. 3 more breaths here. Left knee hugs back into your chest. Easy supine twist. Take your left knee over towards the right side. And again, if you have a block, maybe you place the block underneath the left knee. If you don't have a block, don't worry about it. Just go into your twist and let gravity do the work. Breathe big here. And maybe you decide to channel that breath into the back body as well, releasing the lower back and into the hips. Maybe it even goes into the glutes for you here. Two more big breaths. Now on your next inhale, make your journey back to center. You're going to grab the strap or whatever it is that you're using in place of a strap, wrap it around the ball of your left foot, straighten your left leg up, bring the strap ends into the left hand. And you might want to wrap it around the hand, that way it's a little bit easier. From here, place your right hand onto the right hip, open the left leg out to the side. And notice when that right hip wants to lift up, that's where you're stopping. Take your right leg out towards the right edge of the mat if you would like to take it a little further. If not, leave it where it's at. And breathe. Now I'm going to go ahead and place a block underneath my left leg just because today I like to have not as much effort. I still feel the opening even though I'm using the block. It's just not as intense. By making it a little bit easier, you get to release some of that tension and the activation in the body. Sometimes that allows you to go even deeper because it's not being forced anywhere. Two more big breaths here. Where's your mind at? If your mind is drifting away to somewhere else, let the thoughts go. Come back to this moment with the breath. Come back to center. Release the straps from the left hand, bring them into the right. Keeping the left leg straight, we're starting to drop it over towards the right side. Big breaths. And notice how you're feeling in this moment. Yoga is never about feeling a certain way. There is no right or wrong way to do yoga. What it's all about is learning about yourself. Learning how you are moments to moment, because how you are on your yoga mat will reflect how you are in your everyday life. So if you're finding it a little harder tonight because we're going slower, then maybe that bleeds into your everyday life. This is where you get to practice being okay with slowing down. 3 more breaths. And vice versa as well. If you find it hard to speed up, to be more active, then on your mat is a time to practice being active so you can take that out into your everyday life. Inhale back up to center. Go ahead and remove the strap, place it over to the side, hug both knees into the chest, and start to rock and roll front to back, forward and back. We rock and roll. Take about 4 to 5 rocks, gaining momentum with each one. And once you're ready, I want you to cross your shins, come forward and plant yourself onto your hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to get into the wrist here, so start to circle the shoulders above the wrist. And again, nothing too quick. And take in the opposite direction. Stay with the breath. One more circle. Coming back to neutral, I want you to turn your hands, your fingers to face back as much as possible. Maybe the fingers are at an angle, and that's okay. Now while we're here, we're going to go through 7 rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, start to lower the belly down, open the heart forward, broaden through the collarbones. And then as you exhale, push into the base of the hand, round your spine, gently tucking the tailbone and chin. And again, inhale, cow, tailbone reaches back, heart opens forward. And exhale, cat. Take 5 more on your own. And if you feel intuitively like you need to move in a different way here, of course making it gentle, but feel free to do any other variation. breath, stay in the body. On your next inhale, I want you to come back to a neutral spine, tabletop position. Unwind the hands, turning the fingertips to face forward. Shake them out for a brief moment. Put a lot of weight on them. Not saying that you weigh a lot, I'm just saying we put a lot of pressure. From here, make fists with the hands. Bring the knuckles onto the earth and then take the weight onto the backs of the hands. You're drawing your forearms in towards one another, so you're lengthening through the arms. You're going to simply breathe here. There's no movements. There is work being done, but there's no movements. Which is another good point. We don't always have to be moving and to be doing something external for there to be work being done, because there is definitely work here. I feel it. Take 3 more breaths. Fingertips in towards the pads of your hand. Last breath. And release. Flip it back over. Bring your palms onto the earth. Left hand stays grounded. Everyone inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, right arm threads underneath the left. Drop the right side of the head down towards the mat. Again, inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, thread. Give me 2 more just like this. Last one. This time I want you to thread the arm, bring the weight onto the right shoulder, then drop the right side of the head down. Extend your left arm forward. If you want to take it more to the left side, walk your left fingertips over towards the right. So you're lengthening and creating space to the left side of the body here. Breathe into it. Imagine you have a set of gills on the left side. Breathing through them. Weight is onto that right shoulder. Three more. Walk your fingertips forward a little bit more. Last 2 breaths deep into that left side. Your left hand back by your head, push into it, unwind, inhale, reach the right arm to the sky again, and exhale, plant both hands onto the earth. We go to the other side now. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left arm threads underneath the right. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread. Take 2 more here on your own. Something that I did forget to mention, if your knees are feeling sensitive, go ahead and place a blanket or a pillow underneath them. As you're threading, this time drop the left shoulder down, left side of the head onto the earth, right arm reaches forward, and then maybe you take the right fingertips over towards the left side of the mat. Opening up a little more on the right side of the body. And if you need something underneath your head, you can grab a blanket, anything you might need, place it underneath there. Walk your fingertips forward a little bit more. Last 3 breaths. Last big breath here. As you exhale, bring your right hand back down by your head. Push into the hand. Inhale, left arm sweeps up. Last time. And exhale, bring it down onto the earth. Go ahead and remove the prop. If you're using one, place it to the side. Walk your hands forward. We're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. Coming into a Sphinx pose. If you want to have some support, you can always still use a blanket here. Maybe place it underneath the forearms. That way you have a little bit of cushion. Placing it underneath the elbows as well. Then while you're here, if you want to make this just a little bit more active, I want you to push the tops of your feet and your pelvis down into the ground. And draw the elbows back energetically so you're lengthening through the lower spine here. And you're shining the heart forward. I'm not slumping down into my shoulders. I'm not just hanging out here. I do want a little bit of effort. And big breaths into the belly. Take 3 more here. Now go ahead and release all the way down. If you were using a prop, just place it out in front of you. You can use it again in just a moment. Bring your hands out towards the side and a little bit forward in front of the shoulders. Going into oscillating cobra, you're on your fingertips here. And as you inhale, you're gonna open the heart up towards the sky. And as you exhale, start to lower back down. Again, you inhale and open up. And then exhale, fold it forward. Give me 3 more here on your own. Elbows up towards the ceiling. Broaden through the collarbones. Last one. Come all the way down, drop the elbows, drop the hands, bring one cheek onto the mat, and again if you want a blanket or a pillow underneath it, feel free to add that. And breathe here for just a moment. Last 2 breaths. Breathing big into the belly. Bring your hands back by your side. You're going to push your way back onto your knees. We're going to make a little bed for a child's pose. We're going to be in a child's pose for a little while. So I want you to take the knees out towards the edges of the mat and use any of your props that you have to make yourself a little bit of a bed. I'm going to place my blocks first so that way I have the elevation, but then I'm going to place a blanket on top to kind of soften them, and then ultimately a pillow. And from here, I'm going to bring my knees forward. They're on either side of the pillow. You're going to come forward and just rest on whatever you have. And if you don't want to use props, go into your normal child's pose. That's okay too. Bring one cheek down, and you're going to bring it here. Now, while you're here in this variation of child's pose, I want you to focus on breathing into your back body and letting go. Create space in the back. By opening up the back energy center, that's how we move forward. That's how things flow through us. So if we are congested in our backs, it's a little harder for us to create and to send things out into the world. So breathe big into it. Allow the breath to move whatever it needs to. If you have one cheek down, switch, take it to the other cheek. Three more here. up. Go ahead and keep the bed as it is, but I want you to scoot it all forward if that's possible. If not, you can just unassemble it and then put it back together when we need to. You're gonna come all the way down onto your seat, and you're gonna bring your legs out into a wide V. You're gonna scoot your way forward. You might see where we're going with this. You're still gonna have the bed in front of you. I like to call it a bed. You call it whatever it is that you need, your support system. I'm gonna add one more prop on there. I might have needed another pillow, but it's okay. While you're here, I want you to simply start to fold forward. Rest on whatever props you have. And the good thing is, the blocks have different heights. So I'm gonna take the blocks up a notch. That way I don't have to fold as deep right now. There we go. Let yourself fold over, be supported. And again, if you don't feel like you want the props right now, then don't use them. Again, we're focusing on the back body. So I want you to flex your feet, and your back body starts all the way from your heel, all the way to the back of the legs, and into your spine, the cervical spine, the skull. Big breaths. Like you want to take it a little deeper, maybe you remove one of the pieces of your support system so you can go a little further in the fold. Three more big breaths here. Slowly start to come all the way back up to a seated position. Now you're going to go ahead and disassemble the bed, place it over to the side, or you can keep it together because we'll actually use it one more time towards the end. From here, I want you to take your right heel, bring it in towards your perineum, placing the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. So we're here. Keep your left foot exactly as it is. Keep the left foot flexed, so toes are pointing up. From here, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold it forward. If you find that you're leaning over towards the right because the left is way too tight, don't go as deep, one. And then two, maybe you use that left hand to kind of anchor yourself with the left leg. And follow your breath. Find places where you can release tension. Where are you holding on to tension? On your eyebrow center, your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders and neck. Go a little deeper. Last 3 breaths here. As you exhale, start to walk your hands back, coming into an upright position. Take your time, there's no rush at all tonight. And then right leg is going to extend out towards the right side. Again, your left foot is going to come in, place it against the right thigh. Flex your right foot so the toes are pointing up. You're going to inhale, maybe lengthen the arms, maybe not. And then fold forward. And same thing, if you need a little bit of help, grab the right foot with the right hand. or the right leg, whatever's in reach. You have 3 more big breaths here. See if you can walk it forward a little more. And start to walk the hands back towards you. You're going to extend both legs out in front, but actually, before we get comfortable on our backs, I want you to make that bed again. If you have props to make it, if not, again, don't worry about it, it's okay. But I am going to use my props. I'm going to set one block on the medium height, one on the low height. Then I'm going to place the pillow on there first, because I want the bed at a slight angle, so I'm going to add all my props. And then from here, I'm going to come to rest. The end of the bed is going to be towards my tailbone. I'm going to rest back onto my props. Again, if you don't have it, you're just resting on your back, which is still perfect. From here, bend both of your knees. Bring your feet together, reclining butterfly pose. Open up the knees towards the edges of the mat. If you have extra pillows and you want some more support, slide those pillows underneath the legs. That way it's not so intense of an opening for your groin and your hips. Big breaths here. Breathe into the lower belly. If you feel something opening up here for you, if you feel energy moving, maybe place your hands in that area and send it love. Breathe into it, knowing that everything is exactly as it should be here in this moment. More big breaths here. If you have the bed underneath you, go ahead and everyone bring your knees together, but if the bed's underneath you, make your way onto one side so you can swiftly remove it out from underneath you as best as you can. It might kind of flop all over the place, that's okay. And then we'll all meet lying flat on our backs. Knees stay bent, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Come back up to center. Knock the knees in so the knees are touching. Heel toe your feet out towards the edges of the mat, maybe even past the edges of the mat. Taking it to wherever you need to today. Knees are still touching. Breathe here. Big breaths into the belly. We have 3 more here. toe your feet back to be hip width apart. Straighten the left leg onto the earth. Hug the right knee back into the chest. Take just a couple breaths here, drawing the right knee towards the right underarm, going a little deeper since we're headed towards the ends. Then supine twist, taking that right knee over towards the left. If you want to use the block again, that is perfectly fine. I'm not going to do that because I want to go a little deeper this time. And breathe here. Notice what's happening in your body here. This is not about checking out. It's not about going somewhere else. It's about being present with yourself and noticing how you tick. Notice how you work, because it's beautiful in its own way. Come back to center. Straighten the right leg out in front of you. Left knee hugs into your chest or towards the left underarm. Stay here a few breaths. Now supine twist, left knee over towards the right. Again, maybe using a block, maybe not. Back to center. Final pose before Shavasana. Happy baby. Reach for the pinky edges of the feet. Draw the knees down. Find a gentle rock from side to side. Keep reaching your tailbone forward. Last big breath here. And release. Flatten out onto your mat again. Get comfortable. If you want to put the props all underneath you again, so you're supported, by all means do so. If you want to place a blanket over your body, do that as well. Support yourself however you need to right now. You have a couple moments to do that. Now, as you're set up for your Shavasana, keep the eyes closed. Let go of any control of the breath. Let it come into its natural rhythm. Let the body relax even more. And feel the whole body resting here on the surface you're on, the whole body relaxing. And in this moment, there is nothing to be doing. There's no one to talk to, nothing to work on. Simply allow yourself to rest. Introduce a deeper breath into your body. Bring small movements into your fingers and into your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. And give yourself a good morning stretch. Make your way onto one side into a fetal position. Now nice and easy, press your way up into a seated meditation pose. Then we'll meet with our eyes closed and hands at heart center in prayer posture. We'll seal off tonight's practice with one clearing breath followed by an Om. Everyone inhale deeply, fill up. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale for Om. Thank you for giving yourself the beautiful gift that is yoga. From my heart and home to yours, namaste. All right, that is your gentle yoga for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did as well. Thank you, as always, for joining. And if you missed it, I did make an announcement today that we have the Yoga Singing Bowls happening. It's in person at Susie's Dance Studio next Sunday, April 25th. It is an experience like none other. If you've never participated, I highly, highly recommend it. And then also we will be having some more announcements coming soon, hopefully over the weekend, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty, y'all, sending you so much love, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye.